I was very surprised. I was in the middle of practice, and one of the coaches told me about it, and I immediately said, "Talaga? Totoo ba ito?" But and then when he showed me the parang text or the message,
Oo.
that's where I saw that it's true, and it immediately sinked in that after so many years that I've been part of it and I've been blessed to be part of it. I'm still grateful that I've been there, and being part of it is really a big honor for me.
JV, let's go back memory lane. I'm lucky enough to be holding one of the championship rings from the Alaska franchise. It's the 2003 Invitational Cup ring, and every time Alaska wins a championship, they do give a ring. And JV, when you look at yung history, you have a couple. If I'm not mistaken, you have a couple. You have one at
No, I
very
wish
least.
I had a couple, but I have one.
You have one.
Yes.
Oh, you have one.
Actually, I have it right now.
Yes.
Ayun, you have it right now.
Actually, kinuha pa talaga niya.
Oo nga, nahanap niya. Oh, naka-display lang yan for sure. Pero, pakita nga. Sorry, JV.
Ito.
Yan.
There it is.
Oh, my goodness. I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Now,
I
Kuya
love
J-
it too.
Siyempre naman, di ba?
Oo.
Now, Kuya JV, speaking of that championship ring, why don't you tell us kung anong year yan? Because I know it was 2013 and you also mentioned it was one of your favorite memories with the franchise.
Yes, it was 2013. It was my second conference for that team. And when I entered the team, it was pretty much complete na. And, you know, veterans and upcoming rookies then. I mean, Calvin Abuel was entering that team also. And so many guys. So it was a pretty much of a mix of veteran and young guys. So, and it complements it. And we got that, our import, Robert Dozier then. It really parang fills the void of maybe what we were lacking a little bit then. But pretty much locals, and we're all there na. Parang it's really complete. It's easy to get along. The system was there, so and when we got that win, it was you know, a very happy experience for me.
Sorry.
Sobrang staged lang.
Hindi naman. Pero, JB, syempre, when you talk about Alaska, you can't not think about yung mga storied players. You mentioned 6 retired jerseys already, a lot of memories, yung Grand Slam championship nila. I'm sure growing up as a fan, may paborito ka rin players. Is there anyone in particular that stands out kapag nasabi mo Alaska, the Alaska franchise? Who's the first player that comes to mind?
Of course, the Flying A, Johnny A. Been watching him nung bata ako, and it's just he amazes me and how he plays. Although the team also amazes me how they play together. Siguro nag-stand out sa akin si Johnny because of course he was small and I was small, so try to emulate him yung mga galaw, pero medyo mahirap eh. Galing ni Coach Johnny, but again, I'm just, you know, at awe at him on that era.
Na Kuya JV, you mentioned that you watched Alaska growing up. Now, meron ka bang memorable na Alaska memory for you that really stuck with you?
Well, it's yung ano siguro, yung championship when I was there. Yun yung pinaka-memorable because again, it was my first championship, and experiencing it with those guys, those core group that I've been friends until now. It creates a bond, parang not only with us, the players, but also with our loved ones, with our wife and children. So we still get together, and that makes it special.
JV, after that championship, actually for majority of yung career mo, you were part of basically the heartbeat of the Alaska franchise for a very long time in terms of their successes, their ups and downs. Now that the franchise is folding, do you look back at yung time na yon at really the memories? Does it change right now for the better knowing that you were part of such a franchise like this?
It doesn't change really. I'm just really grateful, you know, being part of it, especially for the fans, the diehard fans who had been there for so long, cheering, and you know, you get to know them. We had fans day on that, And when we had Fans Day, it's a very special moment. How you see and you listen to the stories of how long they are been cheering for Alaska. So ang daming memories, especially for the fans, and that's what I think parang makes Alaska special. It's yung fan base very loyal, and parang todo bigay talaga sila sa pag-cheer.
Na Kuya JV, can you give us an insight or glimpse kung ano yung nangyayari sa Fans Day? Kasi sana nakapunta na din ako sa Alaska Fans Day. So what happens during the Fans Day?
I remember one time we had the mannequin challenge. Yeah. It was players and fans all together in the court getting that challenge in. And basta lahat was buying in. Everyone was happy. And after we saw the video, it was a very nice experience and very nice parang get together with the fans.
Alam mo, JV, initially, before we even started the show, we were supposed to have si Sean Chambers joining us also. But unfortunately, that's a time difference. I think there was a bit of miscommunication there. Pero let's talk a bit about him at the meantime. Kasi iba rin yung legacy niya as a resident import para sa Alaska. Can you talk a bit about yung impact ni Sean Chambers as an import dito sa Philippine basketball, what he's done with Alaska?
Yes, his impact is beyond just in the court. It's outside the court also. When he came here to coach us, to help out on the team, of course Sean Chambers like that. He's outspoken guy, talagang masaya kasama ganyan. Pero pag sa labas, when you are with him outside, fans come up to him and he's very accommodating, and that's really special. I mean, you see Coach Sean being very accommodating to his fans. He knows him, and actually some of the fans, he knows it. He knows them also. So the respect, and it's really beyond basketball. So give respect again, and nice being. I like your milk.
Well,
dapat ikaw rin, Kuya JV,
dapat ikaw rin, may
meron.
gatas pero ayun.
Well, Kuya JV, I read in an article actually na Sean Chambers, he said that the greatest player he's ever played with was actually Johnny Abarrientos. Ikaw, not to play favorites pero meron ka bang naging favorite teammate sa Alaska?
I love all my teammates.
Good answer. Good answer.
Okay, sige. Of course, looking at yung memories mo with Alaska, it's going to be really tough to pick out, syempre, the best moments of the franchise and your own personal journey there. But I think it's safe to say, JV, that we're going to miss yung Alaska franchise. Do you have any message to the Alaska fans out there before we move on?
Of course, thank you for all the support. I like what I've said. They are really diehard fans, and probably they are the heart and soul of the Alaska franchise. And thank you for that. And we are blessed to be part of it. And again, just thank you talaga.
On that note, we're gonna move on from Alaska. But before we do so, cheers muna to all of the Alaska fans out there. Our hearts go out to you. We're gonna miss the franchise. We're gonna love and cherish the memories, and hopefully, the PBA does bounce back from this setback, because we will miss one of the greatest franchises to be part of the association. Cheers.